Hi, so I'm Sage. Today I'm going to be talking about Shane Dawsons' YouTube conspiracy theory video, part 2 that he posted last night. So that, as of the day I'm uploading this, it was last night, February 11th. So, I work at Chuck E. Cheese. I'm actually a cook. So, I feel like I can provide a lot of insight onto this topic. And specifically, if I didn't already mention, I'm going to be talking on the Chuck E. Cheese part of his video. Which, when I watched it, I was just like, damn, this is a little, I don't know, stupid. And I hate to say that because I actually, really like watching his videos. I'm a huge fan, but, as an employee, as a cook there, I was just like, this is dumb. This doesn't make sense, you know? So, as a cook, I feel like I'm qualified to answer the question of whether we do what Shane's video was implying that we do. And in short, no, obviously not. We don't take slices and just put them together and serve them back to you. That would be, first of all, that would be dumb. We report to so many people. I have 5 managers, okay? Just 5 in my regular store, and then we also have a district manager that likes to pop in on us every so often and just be like, oh, what's going on over here? And in length, I'm gonna be telling you the reasons why I think the pizza comes out crooked, because there's it does a lot of the time, but when I cut pizzas and they come out with slices crooked like that, I fix it before I give it to people to serve, you know? And then I'm also gonna be touching on a few of the other parts of his video where he put in clips of other people talking about different things, but that he himself didn't really speak on. But I'm gonna be telling you that after I'm done talking about the pizza part. So the pizzas come out crooked, right? So I think the main reasons for that is when you're cutting a pizza, we have cutting boards, and after we cut the pizza, we slide them onto plates. So when you slide it onto a plate, especially if you're in a hurry and have a million other orders behind you, you kind of just go pop and give it to a runner to go run out to a table. And I feel like that process in itself could just kind of slide the slices all over the place. And I feel like this is stupid just talking about this, but I didn't even know this was a conspiracy theory before this video. And it's just when you're cutting the pies, they don't stay still as you're cutting them. When you cut, you'll tend to move the whole cutting board a little bit, and the pies, the slices will slide away from each other. So that itself won't produce an even cut in between each thing, you know, each slice. But the last reason I can think of for the pies being crooked is we do make them fresh. And Shane was also like, why are they advertising that they're fresh, all over the place? And I really think it's because not a lot of places do that now. McDonald's, they just kind of flash, heat everything and then they give it to you, you know? But we actually, we really do make our pizzas right there. So I feel like that's, cause it's a nice boasting point. It's kind of become rare to say hey, we make this on the premises, this is fresh, you know? So I feel like that's why they advertise it so much. So we do make the pizzas fresh. I think if we had been taking slices, putting them together, and then giving them to customers after we reheat them, wouldn't that take 5 minutes, you know? But when we make pizzas for customers, it has to take at least 10 minutes before you get your pizza. And that's if there's not a million orders before yours, you know? I mean, we try as fast as we can to make all the orders, but it's gonna be at least 10 minutes to get out to you. And I don't know, wouldn't it be mad quick if we just heated it up and gave it to you? So that's another reason why I think that's kind of BS. I'm actually wondering how long Shane waited for his pizza, or if it was super late or what, you know? But we make everything in the store down to the dough. So we put the dough in first. We get powdered packets of flour or whatever, and then we mix it with water, and we put it in this big mixer machine. And then we take the dough from that and we bun it onto a rack basically, and then we put it in our fridge. And overall the process takes a few days at least. And then what we do with that bun dough is we sheet it out, which is just sheeting it onto circular, we make it into circular dough that we can then make into pizza. So when you make a pizza, you take the sheeted dough and then you put it onto the screen for whatever kind of pizza you're making. So we have medium, large, extra large, or indies, individuals. So if I'm making a medium-sized pizza, I'll take medium dough, put it onto a medium screen, and then stretch it out so it covers every edge of the screen. If you don't stretch it out all the way to cover the screen, it'll look exactly as it does before you put it in the oven to when it comes out. Because you would think that the dough expands a lot, but it doesn't really. So if I make a pizza and I only stretch it out like this much, but there's like this tiny divot missing from the pizza, when you cut that, that can make that slice look shorter. You know, do you see the point I'm getting at? So I've already like wasted so much time talking about like pizza length and sizes, but I think that's like my reasoning for why we don't, like the apparent reasons for why the pizza looks crooked. So when I first saw in his video that he was going to be talking about Chuck E. Cheese, I was like, yo, what's this going to be about? But when it was just about the pizza, I was like, oh, okay. But I really thought they were going to be talking about how the mouse or the rat got skinny. Like, they totally rebranded the entire rat. It used to look like this, and now it looks like this. And I really thought that that's what they were going to be talking about. Or I thought they were going to be talking about how creepy it is that people wake up as Chucky. But I guess, I don't know, this might just be an employee thing that employees, like, know about. But, so, whenever someone is Chucky, we call it waking up. So, which is so creepy. When I first started working there, like, I would hear over the headset, like, oh, like, who's waking up? Or, like, where's Carlos? And someone was like, oh, he's waking up right now. And at first I was like, what does this mean? I was like, what, are people like taking naps? What's going on? And then I finally saw like one kid say like, oh, I'm gonna go wake up. And then he went to the Chucky room and I was like, oh, damn. So the only reason I can think of logistically as to why they call it waking up is because an animation always plays before Chucky comes out. And it's like a few characters are like talking to each other and they're like, oh, we should go get Chucky. And then one guy is like, oh, where is he? And the other guy's like, oh, he's sleeping. We have to go wake him up. And then they go, everyone say, wake up, Chucky. And then everyone goes, wake up, Chucky. And it's like so loud. And then Chucky comes out and like does a little dance thing. It's called a live show. But it's just really creepy out of context. I was just like, what the f is going on? But that's, I don't know. I thought they were going to be talking about that, but... Okay, so a few other points for Shane's video. I'm done talking about the pizza. I hope you guys realize that that's just a conspiracy theory, what he was talking about. But, so, Shane said, like, I'm pretty sure you need a kid to get in here, but I don't know if that's ever been true, but it's not true now, at least. Like, a lot of people will just come in to just eat our food, believe it or not. Some people really like it. And we actually are on, at least in my area, we're on Uber Eats and we're on DoorDash now. So if you want yourself some Chuck E. Cheese pizza, get on there and order some. And then the next, like, one of the other clips he had was like, of that guy talking about like the rat, you know? And he was like, you don't really know who's in the suit, but that's a lie in itself. We wouldn't just hire like one person to be in the suit at all times. Like, think about that. Chucky comes out I believe it's every hour on the half hour, so like 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, that kind of stuff. What would Chucky be doing, our employee be doing in between like all those, like every hour he had free, you know? Like, that would be impractical as far as like paying him wise, you know? Like, that would be a lot of money that was just going to waste. So what we do is we actually have like, it's either kid check or a game room person, or sometimes even a merch counter person that goes and be, like, they wake up as Chucky, which I'll talk about later, waking up. But, so Kid Check is the person who, they put a number that can only be seen by a blacklight. They also carry the flashlight for the blacklight. They put that number and that same number on you and, like, your family, which basically ensures that, like, you don't walk out with a random kid. Like, if they see that an adult has a different number for a kid, then they're not gonna let them leave together, because, like, you know, that, I'm sure that's like a big concern for parents, like, yo, if I'm gonna let my kid run around here, like, they could easily get stolen, but they have to pass through Kid Check before they can actually, like, get out the door. So so we don't let that happen. But it's usually that person that checks in your kid, they usually get replaced by someone else and they go and wake up as Chucky. So like, you pretty much always know who is in the suit, you just don't realize it. Like, you've seen the person walking around the whole time, but, like, I don't get why that guy was, like, so suspicious. He was like, you don't know who that is, but, like, obviously it's gonna be an employee. Like, it's just one of us. It's like some random teenager just going in that suit. It's not, like, a mass murder, you know? I don't know. And also game room is just, like, the people who, they fix the machines, and they also, like, clean the machines, and then they also bust the tables and stuff like that. And merch counter is just like where you get the toys and the different things like that. And they were also saying like 160 to buy a toy, like, yeah, that is dumb, but also 160 tickets is only it's like $1.60 because each ticket is a cent. So anytime like you have a number on your tickets, you move the decimal place over 2 times, and that's the dollar amount for what that would be. So the drinking at Chuck E. Cheese. We do serve drinks, but you're only allowed 2 drinks total, and you're only allowed, like, you have to, like, I believe you have to wait an hour before you you allow that person to buy a second drink. So, I believe it's an hour, because I've never worked cash, like, the cashier, so I don't really know. I'm mostly in the kitchen, but I've done merch, like, sometimes. But, yeah, you're only allowed, like, up to 2 drinks, but I'm sure if they thought that was the main cause behind people fighting, then I'm sure they would, like, not let anyone buy any drinks. But as of right now, it's only 2 drinks. And also the tubes. We don't have tubes anymore. Like, I don't know if that's just my Chuck E. Cheese, but they don't even, like, we took them down, like, a long time ago, I think. Yeah, because I noticed that, like, first thing when I came in for, like, the interview, like, a few months ago, I guess. When I came in for the interview, I was like, yo, this place looks mad empty without the tubes. But I'm sure that must have been, like, really hard to clean those. So I bet that's, like, one of the main reasons why they took those down. And lastly, the gambling. So the only thing I have to say about this is not all of the games are, like, reminiscent of, like, gambling machine games. Like, we do have a lot of just for fun games, like motorcycle games, or like you're snowboarding down a mountain. We have like a ton of those, or just like skee ball. But I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna take like a main stance on the gambling thing, because I don't think if it is teaching your kids to gamble, I don't think they'd be doing that on purpose, because you have to keep in mind big corporations are big corporations, but they're also run by a lot of smaller people who are just like us, you know? Like, a lot of just other human people who also have their own kids. Like, if they really truly saw it as a bad thing, I don't think they would be keeping it alive. I think what they are good at is they're good marketers. They're good at getting people to spend money, and that's what it's really all about, you know? But it's also about, like, letting your kid have a good time, obviously. But, yeah, I also don't want to get fired, so I'm not going to take any kind of stance on the gambling kind of thing. But that's pretty much it. I really just wanted to make this video to, like, kind of clear up the stuff I saw in his video, because I was like, I don't know, that's not true at all. Like, if you have any questions, like, leave them in the comments for me, and I'll try to respond to, like, as many as I can. Again, I mostly work in the kitchen, but I have been, like, out on the floor a lot, and, like, in merch, so I've seen how stuff works around. So if you have any, like, specific questions, I can try to answer them, but I don't know. Or I can ask a friend who works in that area or something. But again, I don't know. Chuck E. Cheese is not an evil place, you know? Like, and again, like, if they, like, what Shane was saying when he asked his friend about it and she said that they used to do that, like, maybe if they ever did that, it must have been a long, long time ago. Because, like, I don't think they would allow that kind of thing to happen now. Like, I have so many managers to report to, so many managers that my managers have to report to, that it's like, it's a really big checks and balance kind of system, you know? Like, they wouldn't let something like that happen today, at least, you know? So, I don't know, that's what I think about it. And I feel like if you really analyze Shane's evidence in the video, it's like, I don't know, there's not a lot of evidence there. It was kind of like, it was just a lot of moments of him being like, you know, or just like, with like really, you know, the scary music playing in the background, but I don't know. It was just, that part didn't get to me. Also, the first part, when they were talking about the watches, I was like, that's just kind of a marketing strategy, isn't it? Like, it's not it's not that deep. I don't know, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. Leave a like if you enjoyed my video. I'm Sage. This has been my stage. Thanks for watching, and check out some of my other videos because I do have a few. Yeah, so bye.